In 2020, you'll be a permanent backseat driver. The Guardian predicted this in 2015. It's 2021 and self-driving cars are not there yet. Every major car company in the world is working on its self-driving technology. Tesla with its Autopilot allows cars to steer, accelerate, maintain lanes, and brake on its own, but it requires drivers to regularly move the steering wheel so it knows driver is not asleep. To catch up with its competitors, in 2016, General Motors bought the self-driving startup Cruise for almost $1 billion and have been testing their self-driving Chevy Bolt on the streets of San Francisco ever since. Daimler, the company behind Mercedes Benz, also acquired a majority stake in Torc Robotics in March of 2019 and have partnered with Google's sister company Waymo, which arguably is the leader in the self-driving technology, to work on self-driving trucks. All the major automakers are betting big on self-driving cars and are either setting up their own research and development facilities or partnering with startups to be ready for the future of self-driving. Hey guys, I'm Jayesh and you're watching Hustle TV. In this video, we will see the most valued self-driving unicorn startups of the world. Before we go through the list, there are a few areas I want to shed some light on. First is the level of autonomy. The Society of Automotive Engineers have developed an industry standard scale from 0 to 5 to describe how autonomous the car is. Level 0 means the driver is completely responsible for controlling the vehicle. Most entry-level car falls under this category. And level 5 means full automation. No driver is required behind the wheel at all. Level 5 vehicles might not even have a steering wheel or a brake pedal. Most cars with assisted self-driving, including Tesla, falls in level 3, meaning the car can drive on its own, but driver needs to be present at all times. And second is the initial use case of self-driving. Most companies working on self-driving are considering the use of it in the trucking industry and ride-hailing industry as the initial use case. Ride-hailing has made all our lives much simpler and comfortable, but most of the companies running them, like the market leader Uber, are not able to generate any profits. Making the car completely driverless can save a lot of operation costs and turn them profitable and save the company from failure. With that out of the way, here's the list. At number 7, we have Applied Intuition. Applied Intuition, founded in 2017 by Qasar Yunus and Peter Ludwig, provides software infrastructure to safely develop, test, and deploy autonomous vehicles at scale. Using Applied Intuition's products, companies of all sizes can comprehensively test and rapidly accelerate their autonomous vehicle development. Using their simulation engine, companies can test their software's perception ability to see surrounding obstacles, prediction ability to anticipate the future state of traffic, and test software's decision making across a variety of scenarios, thereby reducing overall on-road testing. The company is headquartered in Silicon Valley with offices in Detroit, Tokyo, and Munich, and has built a team of software and automotive experts from the top companies such as Amazon, Google, Apple, Waymo, Tesla, Delphi, General Motors, and Bosch. Applied Intuition has partnered with tech companies like self-driving truck startup Torc Robotics and self-driving taxi startup Voyage to help test their self-driving platform. They also work with automobile manufacturers like Scania and Toyota for simpler autonomous processes like auto parking, automated braking system, and robots used in warehouses and mines. As of June of 2021, Applied Intuition has raised a total of $176 million in over 3 rounds of funding from investors like General Catalyst, Andreessen Horowitz, Lux Capital, valuing the company at $1.25 billion. At number 6, we have WeRide. WeRide, established in 2017, is a Chinese startup developing advanced autonomous driving technology for use in their robo-taxi service. WeRide is headquartered in Guangzhou, China, and maintains R&D and operation centers in China as well as Silicon Valley. WeRide launched their first robo-taxi service completely open to public in November of 2019 in China. Since June of 2020, WeRide's robo-taxi service became available to the public through AMAP, a popular ride-hailing mobile application in China. A total of 147,000 trips were completed for more than 60,000 passengers during the first year of WeRide robo-taxi service. WeRide claims to achieve level 4 autonomous driving technologies, and it is also the first startup in the world that holds driverless test permits in both China and the US. WeRide is working with the Chinese bus maker Yutong Bus to make autonomous driving minibuses and city buses. As of June of 2021, WeRide has raised a total of $620 million in over 6 rounds of funding from investors like Alliance Ventures, Renault Nissan Mitsubishi, Chinese bus maker Yutong Bus, China Structural Reform Fund, and many others, giving them a valuation of $3.3 billion. At number 5, we have Horizon Robotics. Horizon Robotics is a Beijing-based tech startup founded in 2015 by Annie Tao, Chang Wang, Kai Yu, and Ming Yang. Horizon Robotics combines algorithms, software, hardware, and chip development capabilities to create intelligent AI chips for smart mobility, surveillance cameras, and other smart devices. Horizon Robotics offers Journey 3 AI processor, which is ideal for use in deep learning and computer vision. They also offer Horizon Robotics Matrix product series, a scalable perception solution for automated driving. The Matrix products comes with packages that can be used to test and incorporate some key perception capabilities, including pedestrian, vehicle, lane and free space detection, traffic light and sign recognition, and construction zone detection. Horizon also offers Open Explorer Toolkit. Using this comprehensive and easy to use toolkit, developers can train their proprietary neural network on popular frameworks. Horizon Robotics plans to compete with more established chip makers like Nvidia and Intel, both of which are supplying powerful chips to automakers and OEMs for new vehicles equipped with advanced driver assist and autonomous driving capabilities. Since 2015, Horizon Robotics has partnered with many OEMs and Tier 1 suppliers in China and abroad like Chang'an Automobile, SAIC Motors, GAC Group, Chery Auto, Great Wall Motors, Audi, Continental, and Faurecia. Horizon Robotics has raised a total of $1.6 billion in over 8 rounds of funding from investors like Intel Capital, Bailey Gilford, YF Capital, CATL, which is one of the biggest battery manufacturers in the world, Hillhouse Capital, Sequoia, and many others, giving them a valuation of $5 billion. At number 4, we have Nuro. Unlike all the companies in the list, Nuro develops autonomous self-driving vehicle, but not just a driverless vehicle, a passengerless vehicle too. Nuro builds a new class of vehicle designed purely for transporting things instead of people. Nuro is founded by former engineers of Waymo, Jiajun Zhu and Dave Ferguson. Both Zhu and Ferguson left Waymo in March of 2016 and founded Nuro that September. Nuro officially launched in January of 2018, revealing its first product, the R1. The R1 is an electric self-driving delivery vehicle which weighs around 1500 pounds and is just over 6 feet tall and about half of the width of a sedan. The vehicle is designed to carry only cargo. The pilot project was launched on 16th August 2018 in Scottsdale, Arizona at a Fry's Food and Drug Store. The same year, Nuro announced its first partnership with the supermarket giant Kroger to test the fully autonomous deliveries of groceries. In June of 2019, Nuro partnered with Domino's Pizza for home deliveries. In February of 2019, Nuro raised $940 million from SoftBank Group, which valued the company at $2.7 billion. Nuro is the first and the only company to receive an autonomous exemption from the US National Highway Traffic Safety Administration to start deployment of their vehicles. The reason Nuro qualified is because of its low speed, which is around 25 miles per hour, and its sole design to carry goods rather than humans. In November of 2020, Nuro announced that they raised $500 million in Series C funding round with a post-money valuation of $5 billion. At number 3, we have Pony.ai. Pony.ai, founded in 2016 by former Chinese search giant Baidu developers Peng and Lu Tiancheng, is a robotaxi startup operating in China and the United States. Since 2017, Pony.ai has started testing their driverless vehicle service WeRide on public roads in California. The WeRide pilot concluded in January of 2020. Since then, the company has started operating a public robotaxi service called Pony.Pilot in the Irvine area. They also partnered with e-commerce platform Yamibuy to provide autonomous last-mile delivery service to customers in Irvine. Pony has partnered with several automakers and suppliers including Bosch, Hyundai and Toyota. As of June of 2021, Pony.ai has raised a total of $1.1 billion in over 7 rounds of funding from investors like Ontario Teachers Pension Plan, 5i Capital, Legend Capital, Sequoia Capital, Toyota Motors, and many more, giving them a valuation of $5.3 billion. The company plans to launch a commercial service in Irvine by 2022, but there are some regulatory hurdles to clear before it can operate commercially. At number 2, we have Argo.ai. Argo.ai builds software, hardware, sensors, cameras, radar, LiDAR, maps, and cloud support infrastructure that powers self-driving vehicles. It was founded in 2016 by Brian Selesky and Peter Rander, both veterans of the Google and Uber automated driving programs respectively. In February of 2017, Ford Motor Company announced that it would invest $1 billion in Argo.ai over the next 5 years to develop a virtual driver system for the automaker's autonomous vehicle launching in 2021. Since then, Ford is testing its self-driving car powered by Argo's platform in Miami, Florida. Apart from Miami, Argo has started testing in 6 locations across the US like Pittsburgh, Detroit, Washington DC, Austin, Texas, and Palo Alto, California. In June of 2020, Volkswagen invested $2.6 billion into Argo.ai to fulfill its aim to launch a commercial delivery and microtransit service in Germany by 2021. In early 2021, Volkswagen announced it would start testing self-driving capabilities of its Volkswagen ID bus developed in collaboration with Argo by the end of the year. As of June of 2021, Argo.ai has raised a total of $3.6 billion from Ford and Volkswagen at a valuation of $7.25 billion. And at number 1, we have Aurora. Aurora, founded in 2016 by Chris Urmson, the former Chief Technology Officer of Google's self-driving project Waymo, Sterling Anderson, former head of Tesla Autopilot, and Drew Bagnall, former head of Uber's autonomy and perception team, is known for developing the Aurora Driver, a computer system that can be integrated into cars for autonomous driving. The Aurora driver system uses sensors like Aurora's first light LiDAR, long-range imaging radar, and high-resolution cameras. These sensors work together to build a 3D representation of the world, giving the Aurora driver a 360-degree view of what's happening around the vehicle in real time. The Aurora's driver software uses data from its sensors to devise a safe path through a given route, while its computer powers these components and integrates them with the vehicle. In January of 2018, Aurora signed deals with Volkswagen and Hyundai Motors to develop self-driving software for their commercial vehicles. At CES of 2018, NVIDIA announced its partnership with Aurora to provide hardware for Aurora's self-driving system. Aurora plans to launch the Aurora Driver as a driver-as-a-service across the trucking, ride-hailing, and local goods delivery industries. Aurora is backed by Amazon, Sequoia, and auto industry leaders including Toyota, Volvo, Uber, and Peccar. Aurora has raised a total of $1.1 billion in over 5 rounds of funding from investors like Index Ventures, Greylock Partners, Lightspeed Ventures, Sequoia Capital, giving them a valuation of $10 billion. Apart from these startups, there has been some big acquisition in the self-driving space, like the e-commerce giant Amazon bought the self-driving startup Zoox for somewhere around $1.2 billion. In 2016, General Motors acquired San Francisco-based Cruise Automation for $1 billion. In 2018, Intel acquired Mobileye for $15 billion. The self-driving truck company TuSimple went public in April of this year, hence have not included it in the list. And apart from these companies, there are few more unicorns making softwares and hardwares for the self-driving cars. I couldn't include everyone in the list without keeping this video short, so please check the description to know more about them. As majority of my viewers are from India, I would like to know your views on self-driving cars in India, and is it even possible? As always, if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, then please consider subscribing to my channel and do watch out my other videos. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.